Okay guys, me the Professor here. I want to drop a super quick video about why I think Zain is the GOAT, the best player ever. You know, there's one main reason, and that's because Zain is still in his prime. Now, you might say, well, Mealy Professor, you're right. You know, 2024, he's won the most. 2023, he won the most. What do you have? 4 there. 2022 was a lot of AMSA. That was the year AMSA really came to power. But, you know, Zain still had a lot. He still had 1, 2, 4 majors. Year before that, Zain, you know, 4 more majors. Year before that, he really dominated, had 5 super majors. Again, you know, he's waiting the most to these years. You know, you could say, well, Mango had 2 this year. Mango has been on top for a lot longer, you know, more years than Zain, which may be true. Or, you know, you could say, well, Armada, you know, you could add up all their wins, which I didn't do. Actually, I think I heard somebody say during Wavelength that Zain just passed the #1 for total wins. But the reason I'm putting Zain first is because, guys, Zain is still in his prime. None of these other guys are still in their prime. Maybe you could argue Cody, but I don't know. Cody keeps making videos. Like, I think psychologically Zain is in his prime right now, whereas Cody is not. I think Cody's prime may have already passed him. You know, guys, Zain has just really been dominating. No one could beat Zain right now, maybe other than AMSA or Mango or maybe Cody, but he's even been crushing Cody lately. And now you might, like, disagree with this. You might say, no, I think Mango's the best player ever just because he's dominated for many more years, or Armada, or even whoever, you know, PPMD, one of the old Melee gods, or Mewtwo King. But, guys, Mango is not in his prime anymore. This is him in losers to Lucky. And nothing against Lucky, because I like Lucky. Lucky's a really good player. But, like, Zain would not have lost this to Lucky, especially not gotten 3-0. This is in Wavelength. You know, this tournament just happened last weekend. Mango, okay, I don't know what happened with that recovery. Like, I don't know what happened with that recovery. But Mango is no longer in his prime. Yes, you could argue, well, he's won 2 super majors this year. But I just think the trajectory, you know, I think Zain is going to win a lot more majors compared to any other player currently. Whereas I don't know if you could say that about, like, let's just freeze this here. Like, what has Hungrybox done in the last 3 years? Like, no super major wins here, no one second place. Year before, no 2023, no major super major wins for HBox. 2022, he won 1, or 2 rather. He won 2 in 2022. None. Hungrybox has won none in 2021. So the last 4 years, Hungrybox has only won, you know, 2 super majors. Whereas, you know, in the last 2 months, Zain has won 2 super majors. Now, of course, you could argue, well, Mealy Professor, you know, Hungrybox really dominated whatever years those were 5 years ago. But, you know, I do think these 2 guys are out of their prime. Now, does that mean, I'm not saying these guys can't still beat Zain or Cody or the 2 modern best players, but, like, I just don't see it, guys. Like, Mango's down 2-0 here. And he's at Stadium, which, you know, is in theory, actually, I think this is actually an interesting map pick. I think Fox actually, why? I don't understand the Fox Falco meta currently. Like, he's down 2-0. This should be Mango's pick, and he picks, wait, okay, this is bothering me now. Let's just go into this now. Let's freeze this here for a second. Mango is down 2-0, as we could clearly see. Let's go into Wavelength. This is the last tournament we just saw. Singles bracket. By the way, there's all these 10-man, like, Iron Man type matches on YouTube happening right now. I am not interested in any of these. I will show some on my channel, but I'm more into the actual tournaments, the actual majors. Let's just take a quick look here. So Zain, of course, just dominates Joshman, dominates SFAT, goes to losers. Aklo comes back from losers. What happened to Mango? So Mango did pretty good in winners. He lost to Hungrybox. So yes, you know, these 2 guys are Mealy guys. I'm not saying they're trash. You know, just because I'm not saying they're currently the best player or the GOATs, that does not mean they're not great players. But guys, like, Mango goes to losers and gets 3-0'd by Lucky. Like, Mango's just not in his prime anymore. Where Zain, like, wins every match, guys. Like, only drops 1 game to Joshman, dominates him at Dreamland and Final Destination by 3 stocks. Like, dominates here. SFAT doesn't even take him to 1 stock, beats him 2 stocks, 3 stocks. Like, Hungrybox did get 2 games off him. That's surprising. I do think Marth in the current meta. Wow, okay, that's a little closer than I thought here, guys. HBox been close all year. HBox has been playing really good Melee this year, but, like, just can't win. Like we showed on the list, just can't win. And then Aklo, of course, pulls out the link. I already made a separate video about this. Check that out if you haven't. But, guys, like, I think Zain's the GOAT. Guys. Like, in the current meta, like, I don't know, like, how you could possibly say Mango's the GOAT. Maybe you could say maybe back in the day he was much better. I mean, could you make the argument Mango was better in his prime than Zain is now? I don't think so. Especially, you know, the title of this video is going to be, well, Zain is still in his prime. Like, guys, we don't know how many more majors Zain's going to win. And he just psychologically, I think, is much better than Cody in terms of melee. This is like, I was in a tough tournament last night, guys. Like, psychologically, it could be draining. Like 2-3 hours into a tournament, like you're playing, like you're going 5 games every match. If it's close, longer games, if you play Puff and Link. Okay, let's see, a nice back air, a beautiful back air by Mango there. I'm going to make me eat my words saying he's not the GOAT. But guys, like, I want to just leave a comment below. Like, I think the argument for Zain being the GOAT, guys, is just he's still in his prime. Like, all these other guys, maybe you could say, well, they won more majors overall. They went, the duration, the duration of them winning was over a longer year streak than Zain. But guys, like, I don't know, you can't lose. If you're the GOAT, you can't lose 3-0 to Lucky. Like, you can't lose 3-0 to Lucky in the last tournament. There's the up smash. Let's see, does Mango get anything off this? Can Mango get anything off this? Let's see, a back air. And then also, guys, let's just freeze this here. He does get 3-0'd here. We already saw this. We already saw the bracket. But, guys, like, Mango still plays 2 mains, but, like, his Fox just isn't as crisp as it used to be. Like, I do think Mango's Falco is much better, as we did see, we did see HBox 3-0 his Fox here. He plays Fox every match. Now, I know you would argue, well, you're moron, Fox has the better matchup against Puff. We all know that. But, guys, like, I think his Falco is better than his Fox. I'm actually surprised, HBox was able to get 2 games here, but leave a comment below, guys. Let me know what you think. Like, I really want to know what you think, guys, but I really have to say, at this current point in time, October 12th, I think Zain is clearly the GOAT, mostly because he's still in his prime. Like, Zain's still in his prime. Zain's trajectory is better than any of these guys. Like, guys, I think Zain's going to win these final 2 tournaments, and I think next year, like, unless Amsa really comes back, but again, Amsa can't get to all these tournaments because he's from Japan. Like, guys, I think in the next year, like, it's going to be clear Zain is the best player of all time. He only has 1 character. I mean, he really only plays Marth. I guess you could argue play some Roy, too, but we haven't seen it in tournament. But yeah, guys, leave a comment below. I am going to make a couple more videos about Wavelength, and I will make a couple videos about these Iron Man type matches. I don't know the name of them, but there's a lot of Iron Man. I think they're in California right now. A lot of Iron Man type matches, when they do best of 10, which I find stupid, head-to-head best of 10. I like the tournaments better. I try to cover the tournaments on my channel. And then I will be dropping up myself playing. I was in a tough tournament if I know you guys like seeing me get crushed. But I hope everyone's having a good 3-day weekend. See you guys.